All right, here we go. What's up, guys? Donald, fire starter breaks. Let's get it. Monday rips. You guys are having a great start to your week. This is case number 1 for 2025 Super Break Supercharged. 3-box hobby case random letter break number 3236. All right. Case 2 is filling. Just under halfway full, so looking good for another rip tonight, hopefully. And also we have Donruss Baseball, almost full. So we should at least have 2 more tonight. All right, let's get everybody tagged up real quick, and then we will give you guys your letters on the rando. And get these open. As you notice, there's nothing on the desk right now. This big, huge case is sitting next to me here. It will not fit on the table here as it is. So what I'll do is crack the case over here next to me, and then just we'll open each box on the desk here. What I saw other breakers doing, they were just opening all 3 boxes and just stacking all the hits on the table, just opening them all at once. So. I also have a case of signed jerseys. It's a 5-box case. I believe it's the TriStar one. It's really good checklist. Mahomes, Brady's on there. A lot of top names. Josh Allen, Lamb Jack. We'll be doing some format of that in the next few days, so keep an eye out. It's going to be a hot one, so I'll make sure that everybody has plenty of notice. I think we'll just do random teams for that case, 32 spots. Yeah, once again, it's not letting me tag you, Jay. I hope you're in the stream right now. I'll send a DM just in case. You can see what happens there. It just doesn't pop up. I wonder why. It's weird. All right, there is everybody on the tag. Let's go ahead and go to the randomizer here and get you guys your letters. Almost said teams, but not quite. All right. All right, here we go. There are the letters. We got the pairing down there with QXZ. I don't expect there to be any less hits with those letters. I just felt like if there were letters that were underrepresented, it could be the X and the Z. Q probably has a decent amount of representation, but I wanted to pair the X and the Z with someone, so there it is. All right, so here we go. Dice roll, looking for 6 or higher. 4 will not do it. 5 won't. 3's not going to cut it. 5 ain't going to cut it. 9 will do it. Good luck, guys. 9 spins. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And there we go. We've seen before, though, man, some of the bigger hits may come with those combos. You never know. That's happened before. All right. All right, there's your letters. I will leave a little bit of time here for trades. Typically, we don't see any trades with the random letters here in Firestarter. I can't even tell you when the last one was, but what I'll start doing right now, I'm just going to start unpacking the case here. Like I said, it's just not going to fit up here on the table. It's pretty big. This is by far, by volume, the biggest case I've ever opened. So let me get on the patented Titans mitts. Man with the black gloves, hot hands, fire pulls. Can't have my NAKED hands on the screen. It just wouldn't be appropriate. And if I say that word out loud, I might get banned for a night like I did before, talking about my uncovered hands. And I am not joking. That is not a joke. Let me give us some juice here. Give me 1 second. Here we go. For some extra pizzazz. All right, guys, trades are open. Feel free to make deals. I'm going to split this case down the side and get to rocking. Again, case number 2 is posted now. It's about half full. All right, so tamper evident tape. This is not tampered with. So we are going to bust right on in. Ow! Stabbed myself. Good thing I keep the knife pretty dull. Damn, that went right in the side of my finger. A little some itch. Alright, so there's box 1. Matter of fact, these hobby boxes are not too big, so I think I can actually get all 3 of them on the table here. Dang, this one's heavy. Compared to that first one, this one's heavy. The ones I saw opened online, some of them had 3 hits, some of them had 5 hits per hobby box. Most of them had more than just 3. So that's why I put 9 to 15 hits, but... first letter of the first name, yeah. So if it's Babe Ruth, then it's B. George Harrison would be G. And we're gonna open all the wax like it says in the post. We're gonna actually rip this thing. A lot of breakers did by category. One thing I noticed is that there wasn't a very good split. Some of the categories are kind of more rare hits, so I like random letter better. All right, let's start rocking these things. Trades are open. This used to actually be a really popular product. They had some high-end products that they released about 10 years ago. They used to release it. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but they had some really hot stuff they used to drop, man. So there's 1 item. We got 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the first box. Let's go. All right, so some packing paper, and here, let's get them over here. And an empty box. So 5 hits there to start. Let's get those back here. Some of these are going to be wax. Some will be like mini helmets or signed jerseys. The bar cards are some of the better hits. The checklist is really looking good for those as far as what's shown on the sheet here. So high ceiling with these. Some of the product hits are going to be like the dual signed baseball with Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig. Dude, that would be so nasty. I would die if we pulled something like that. Alright, paper coming out. Get a little bend on the camera. There we go. That's better. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 hits. This is going to be a signed picture right here. So 5 hits in both of the first 2 boxes. Let's go. That's off to a good start. So we're actually going to come closer to that 15 hit instead of 9. We're already at 10 hits. We haven't even opened the 3rd box. This is the heavy one, guys. This is by far the heaviest box. This must have like a case of cards in it or something. Yeah, this is heavy. Kaleidoscopic, 10-box case, 4 hits per box. This is Pieces of the Past. We got a full case of it there. Cool. So 1, 2, and 3 hits for that last box. Paper out. So yeah, so 13 hits in ours. Very cool. So we'll start with what I know is the wax first. It's going to be some of these ones here. We'll have like the Pieces of the Past boxes in them. And we'll crack those open. Boy, the checklist for some of those products is really sick too, man. This is going to be a fun rip, guys. Appreciate the fill on this one. I'm excited for ripping this. I'm going to back up the camera a little bit. Lost the sound? No sound? What happened? Looks like the... Oh, for me. Okay, yeah. All right, guys. I don't think we're going to have any trades, so we're just going to march right on into this awesome rip here. Very cool. We got 13 pieces here, so it should be a lot of fun. Again, we're going to be opening all the wax boxes that are in here. And first letter of the first name. I got you guys. Yep, first letter of the first name. So that's how it's going to rock. If it says something like The Rock, it's letter T. Whatever the first name is, that's how we'll do it. If it's like a team picture, Tigers, then it's T, something like that. So. All right, so here we go. 2025 Super Break, 3-box hobby case, random letter break number 3236. Here are your letters. We got Daniel with A, Jared with B, Normac with C, David has D, Robert with E, Jay with F, Ty with G, David with H, Dave with I and J, Greg with K, Joey with L, Jared with M, Mike with N, Nami with O, Jesse with P, Chet has Q, X, Z, and R, Daniel with S, Matt with T, Daniel with U, Jesse with V dub, and Greg with Y. All right, and if there's more than 4 people on the card, we're going to go with the first one listed. If it's 4 or less on an item, then it's randomized, as it says in the post there. All right, let's rock and roll, baby. I'm going to start with this one here in the front. This should be a wax box. If you guys are familiar with some of the Super Break stuff, Pieces of the Past, it's really cool stuff. A lot of, some of it's like, you get like presidential pieces. They'll have pieces of presidential documents. You can hit autos. It's really wild, some of the stuff they got. This is one of those things where the not having a super sharp knife is going to kind of work against me a little bit, but the reason I keep it kind of dull so it doesn't ever cut through the boxes into the packs. So I want to keep a dull knife. Okay, so we got a Bellissimo edition. So this will just have a relic here. Let's just pop this open. This is going to be the keepsake edition, so you're going to have, you can get dual, triple, quad relic cards. Presidents, there's Washington and Abe Lincoln on the back there. This is pretty cool stuff, so. All right, empty box. Let's see who we got. Good luck, everybody. All right, first pack. Jane Austen, that is to 99. I'm not familiar with this person, some kind of historical figure. Here is our mem. Amelia Earhart to 50. That is really cool. That'll go to the letter A. Wow. So a nice piece of history there. Definitely stuff we're not used to opening here at Firestarter. This is really interesting. Yeah, this is a piece. The front of this card features the following types of authentic and original relics. Yeah, it could be anything. Letters they typed, handwritten words, letters. This is something that was typed out by her, so very cool. To 50. A will get the first hit. Pretty random stuff, yeah. I really like the presidential stuff. If you guys want to really see some cool breaks, type like the super break stuff from like 2014, 2015 on YouTube. I mean, they were pulling like cut autos of like George Washington, Abe Lincoln. I mean, really, really cool stuff in those packs, man. It was, or in those boxes, just insane. Those were like 3-4K a box though. All right, so Jay will pick up this one. Anybody hits Donald Trump, you bet, man. That'd be cool. Dude, his autos are going for a lot too. Crazy because he signs all kinds of stuff. All right, piece of the past, 1700s edition. Wow. So again, some of this stuff's going to be wax, like I said. Some of it's going to be relics. If you guys looked at the list, the wax stuff is really cool, man. The sealing on some of this stuff is awesome. All right, let's see who we got here. Not sure who that is. Looks like somebody important. Right behind that, we got Napoleon Bonaparte. This one is Napoleon as well. So 2 Napoleons right there. Going to N. That is James Oglethorpe. Going to J. And we got a mem here. Old school. That is going to be Queen Anne of Great Britain. 1700s. Wow. Holy smokes, that'll go to Q. There you go, Chet. Told you the Q gonna hit. Wow, dude, that is an old piece of a relic in the 1700s. That is crazy. Insane. Wow. So some of the other formats I saw, they were actually taking these boxes and just giving the whole box out as a hit. I didn't want to do that though. I wanted to actually rip the packs because this stuff looks really cool. By Jesus himself, that would be cool. Not sure who that is. We got Frederick Wilhelm von Steuben, and this is Wilhelm Captain Kidd. William Captain Kidd. All right. Next up, we got King Louis the 14th, and our relic in the back here is Mozart. Oh, it's a triple, dude. Mozart, Bach, and Beethoven. Wow. So this is going to be a randomized between M, B. Oh, B has 2, so B will get it. Going to Jared. Oh, he's got all 3 letters. He's got M and B. Dude, that's sick, bro. Wow, dude. Dude, that is awesome. So these are actually pieces of relics that are associated with these people that they've either created or mailed to somebody or something. So it's a direct link. It's not like with Panini where you get a relic card and then it's like non-affiliated. These are absolutely associated with these people, so that is really cool, man. Ha, look at that Ben Franklin, dude. That's a die cut Ben Franklin going to B. I'm not going to begin to pretend I know who that is. And we got John Hancock, kind of important guy. This is King Shaka of the Zulu Kingdom. Shaka. Let's go. Zulu Nation. And this is Martha Washington. Look at that. A relic of Martha Washington going to M. That is Jared with the hit, dude. These are sweet. They sell cases of these pieces of the past too. That is so cool. Alright, last pack. This is way funner than just giving out these boxes. Die cut. That is King George III. Going to K. Alright, we got Joseph Hayden. Going to J. Some dude there. And our relic in the back is Patrick Henry. Looks like a handwritten Patrick Henry. Alright. Very cool. Yeah, dude, these are sweet, bro. I'm not gonna lie, this is a lot of fun opening this stuff. Wow. I've never opened anything like this as long as I've been doing breaks. Anything this interesting. Alright, let's go for another one here. This is definitely gonna be another box. Then we'll switch over to something maybe. I mean, for the price though, you can't beat these, man. These are awesome. You got the big chase stuff, but you're still gonna hit. Okay, one hit per pack. This is another Bellissimo edition. This will have one pack in here. Empty box. Should have 2 cards, including 1 relic. Alright, there we go. To 99, we got Sitting Bull. Sitting Bull going to S. And our relic, check that out. William Shakespeare to 99. Going to W. Jesse, that's a sweet hit, bro. So something some kind of text or something. This is really cool, man. Wow. Okay. William Shakespeare to 99. That's cool. All right, let's go for something other than a box. How about this picture here? And I saw some really cool ones get opened. So this will be a signed, like a 5x7 maybe, autograph. There were some pretty cool ones I saw. Some other ones I wasn't really familiar with, but can be anybody. All right, here we go. Oh, it's an actor. It's the guy that played in the Hobbit movies. I think his name is Elijah something, isn't it? You guys see that? That is really cool. I hope I'm not wrong about his name. Doesn't say on the back, but I know that face. Does anybody know his name for sure? He was in the Hobbit movies, I know that. But there's a cut auto signed picture of him. Let me know if you guys know his name. I apologize if I got the name wrong. I know somebody in this in the chat knows it. Elijah Wood. Okay, there we go. I love the Hobbit movies, dude. I've seen them all. That's sweet. I'm not gonna let my wife see that though. She really likes it too. I'm gonna say make him an offer on it. That's a cool hit, man. Very cool. That's definitely a really collectible item there. Alright, let's see what we got here. There are buyback cards too you can hit. Graded and not graded. This is Piece of the Past, Art and Music. I think that's why they give you extra hits in there so they can put some boxes in there. I also saw some blasters and mega boxes come out of here. I saw Bowman, a couple of basketball, and a football. I don't know if that's how they're supposed to be opened, but that's how I opened it. Alright, there we go. Just supposed to be one hit in this box. You can hit like fossils and stuff in here. Wow, what is that? I don't know what that is. And that is Jean-Antoine Watteau. Pablo Picasso is right there. That's Pablo Picasso. And Antoinette. That's the mem. Very cool. Authentic relic. I don't know what this person is famous for, but that is very cool. It says it on the back, but it's too small of print. I can't read it. So that will go to Jay. Yeah, Frodo. That's who it was, Frodo. Yep. All right, we got Raphael. And relic is going to be a duel. We got Sitting Bull and Geronimo. So S and G, these are handwritten pieces. That is super cool, man. So S and G, that is Daniel and Ty. So that'll be a duel. And that will be randomized. So I'll stack the randomized stuff over here. I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting this much cool stuff to come out of these packs. I didn't realize what this stuff really was. I knew there was some cool hits you could get, but I didn't realize they were all gonna be like this. All right, Jackson Pollock, famous painter, and we got, that is Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky. I believe he is a musician, right? I think he was a composer. Tchaikovsky, I believe his name is. That'll go to P. Jesse. And last pack of this. And it's going to have a relic in there. Jenny Lind. That goes to J. Authentic relic. Looks like a proof of something. All right, Jesse. We still got a lot of stuff left there, my man. We still got a lot of stuff left. We're just gonna doing the some of the wax stuff first. Oh, this one's cool. This is the keepsakes. 2024 multi-sport edition. One keepsake autograph card per box and one keepsake relic per box. These are cool. Yeah, so if you want to know what you can hit in these boxes, if you guys, I know a lot of you guys probably already saw the list I put on the post. So it tells you right there, everything that's in these is going to fall under one of those categories. Okay, one hit per pack. So we should have an auto and a relic. This will be our auto here. We got a tennis player, Anna Frey. Gem patch autograph to 99. That is a thick, thick card, by the way. That is so thick. Matter of fact, that might be so thick. Let me check real quick. That's just absurdly thick. Great looking patch, though. Let's see here. Yeah, you can scan the code on the back and it tells you exactly where this relic came from. It is used in a match, I guess. Match used. And there you go. So that'll go to A. Daniel will take the first auto. Sheesh, who do I take down, though? I guess I'll take down Dear Martha. This is the only one that's not numbered. Well, I take that back, but that's still pretty cool. Alright, and this will be our relic card here. It says gem patch autograph. I don't know what the gem is there. Got a football player here. Jalen Milroe. Look at that, dude. That is nasty. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe a hat? Or something. Milroe to 99 going to J. That is chunky. Super chunky. Wow. Jay's having a nice break. Sick Milrow. We like Milrow here in Seattle. That is cool. So who's got Jay in this one? Dave taking out the Milrow. Wow, so the keepsake gems are really nice. These cards are so thick. Look at this. That's like almost 360 point. It's very thick. All right, I believe this is going to be buyback. They can be slabs. There's some really nice stuff you can hit in these. There's some other stuff that's kind of not as nice, but that's just how it goes with these. Boy, there are some really cool cards I saw pulled. Come on, baby, let's get one. This one has one slab in it. It's a PSA slab. So here we go. Empty box. I saw a few opened that had two, so that's why I said just one. All right, here we go. We got a Gem Mint 10. This one is 2019 Prism Basketball. Is the sound cutting out, guys? I apologize. All right. Yeah, I had to move everything out of the way, and I do that sometimes. I'll knock the cord loose on the back of the mic. All right, here we go. This one is Kobe White. So, all right, going to C. C gets the PSA 10. Kobe White. That is going to be Normac with the hit. He's playing better. He had a good season. Kobe White, at least it's a PSA 10. So that's our first buyback. Let's check this one now. See if we can up the ante a little bit here. So these have raw card in them. Empty box. Wow, that's one thick card. Look at that card. Oh, sick, dude. Bruce Lee, dual gem relic to 50. That's sick. Going to B. That is Jared with the hit. Dude, that's cool. I got a Bruce Lee shirt that I wear sometimes. I'm very excited to see what's in these big boxes back here, man. I think we might have a baseball and 2 mini helmets back here, but I'm not 100% sure on that. What does this say here? Oh, okay, it's not. Okay, it's not. We got 2 mini helmets and then two cases. We got another one of these, guys, the multi-sport. These are awesome. That's sweet right there. We already opened one of these. We hit the Milrow and the tennis player auto. So this has one auto, one mem. Very, very cool. And we got Angel Reese on the Gem Relic to 99. The Bayou Barbie. All right, nice hit for A. Reese. Well, one thing I was not expecting was to have to open more of these super thick top loaders. I mean, I barely ever have to use these, but sheesh. All right, so A, there you go. Angel Reese going to Daniel on gem card. So these packs have been really good, these keepsakes. Here we go with the auto. Come on, baby, be a banger. You got football. Warren Moon, patch auto, going to W. Very cool. Gem patch autograph. That'll be Jesse with the hit. So we're hitting some good names in these, man. No slouches. We got Milrow, Angel Reese, Warren Moon. Very cool. And if you guys are familiar with tennis products, the tennis players actually sell really good too. All right, Jesse, there you go. Warren Moon. Ow. That's cool. All right, so this says 2024 Bruce Lee Keepsake Kaleidoscopic 50th Anniversary 100 card set. Wow, so are these all going to go to B? I believe they are. Yes, it is. Okay, these are all Bruce Lee cards, so this will go to B. I'm just going to leave it in the box. Who's got B? Jared. It's just the Bruce Lee set, man. Wow, very interesting. I don't even want to open it. Yep, just says Bruce Lee on his name right there. Yep, Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee. So that's all going to be B. I'm just going to leave it in the box just like that. All right, so we got a full set here, or a full case of Kaleidoscopic Edition 10-box case. So we've been just hitting single hobby boxes. Now we got a case of hobby boxes, a 10-box case. That's big. These are really cool. Yeah, that is a Vikings patch. I just realized that. Oh, sweet, dude. We get 10 of these. Holy cow. Wow. Yo. Okay, we got our work cut out for us here, guys. I'm just going to slide these to the front and start ripping. Then I believe we got 2 mini helmets after this. At least what it looks like. Wow, so far some really cool stuff. I gotta say, I'm liking these. This would be something fun to rip as a personal. Get a box of these. Alright, pieces of the past. I got my sleever helper here, so I'm only gonna sleeve up the and top load the big hits here. Alright, here we go. This is some of the first stuff we opened. We got Grover Cleveland, President, Thomas Jefferson, James Buchanan, and our mem is Chester Arthur. This is Presidents. I believe this is, yeah, 1800s edition. So this is the 1800s edition. All right, that'll go to C. Yeah, this felt good, man. I was very happy. All right, Chester Arthur again. We got John Adams, some old school fellas. Abe Lincoln, yep. And Relic. That is going to be James A. Garfield. Looks like a sketch. Something that was drawn. That is crazy cool. Wow. We're hitting Los Presidentes. That will go to Jay. Jay cleaning up. Dave. All right, we got Andrew Johnson, Helen Keller, interesting. James A. Garfield, and our relic in the back is James Anthony Bailey, 1800s edition. Give me a sec, guys. I'm going to turn my ringer off here. I forgot to do that. Dude, these are so cool. Going to Jay again. And last pack of box 1. Wow, we got a lot of boxes here, guys. All right, there's Billy the Kid, Zachary Taylor. We got Orville Wright and Relic. It's gonna be Butch Cassidy. Looks like another sketch, maybe. Wow. Going to B, Jared. Yeah, dude, these are cool. I can get more cases of this stuff if you guys want to rip more. I only got 2 because I really wasn't sure, but it just seemed too good to not pass, or to, excuse me, too good to pass up on. All right, Andrew Jackson, got Edgar Allan Poe, Cornelius Vanderbilt, and our relic is Meriwether Lewis. Not familiar, but that'll go to M. Meriwether Lewis. Jared. All right, that is Frederick Douglass, Rutherford Hayes, and Nikola Tesla. Triple relic. We got Tecumseh, Crazy Horse, and Chief Joseph. Interesting. So T, C, and C. So C will get this one. That is Normac. Ooh, tickled my nose there. I almost sneezed. I had to turn my head real quick. All right, we got Abe Lincoln. That is Sacagawea, and Abe Lincoln again. Relic. That is Vanderbilt. Going to V. Jumbo relic. Jumbo. Again, these are 1800s. V is Jesse. And last pack of this box. Wait, come on. Come on. Let's see. Helen Keller. William McKinley. William Henry Harrison. And our relic. Oh, quad. Wow, look at that quad relic. Edgar Allan Poe. We got Dickens, Wilde, and Stowe. 4 authors. That is crazy. Look at that. Charles Dickens, Oscar Wilde, Harriet Stowe, Edgar Allan Poe. Let's see. E, C, O, and H. Robert. Normac. Nami. And David M. So that will be a randomizer. I'll do a separate stream for the randomizers, guys. I'll be doing a separate stream for the randomizers, okay? So I'll go live, because I gotta get all that set up. It would just take me so long during the stream to get it all set up. So if you are in one of these randos, I'll make sure to tag you guys. But I'll get it set up after we're done with the stream. Can't believe we got a whole case of this stuff. It's really cool. All right, Henry Wells, Emily Dickinson. We got a red here. That is William Frederick Cody. And a triple relic. That is Naismith, Doubleday, and Camp. James Naismith, Abner Doubleday, Walter Camp. Wow. Okay, pieces of the past. So J, D, and C. Dave, David, and Norman. Got a 1 of 1 on the back, dude. Got a 1 of 1 on the back. 1 of 1. Andrew Johnson. We got Napoleon Bonaparte, Tom Ketchum, and we got that same card we just pulled with Edgar Allan Poe, Dickens, and Wilde and Stowe. This one is 1 of 1. Very cool. So that'll be randomizer. That's a nice card, dude. 1 of 1. Uno de uno. Holy cow. That is great. Millard Fillmore, Frederick Bartholdi, Annie Oakley, and our relic is going to be Kit Carson. Kit Carson. Some of these people I know who they are, some I don't. K with the hit. And by the way, this red here, this William Frederick Cody is to 50. I had a feeling it was going to be numbered. That's cool. We hit a 101. Dude, this is turning into more of a box break than anything. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't. This is a ton of hits. I'm just going to skip through the base. We got Buchanan, Edison, Aaron Burr, and relic is Vincent Van Gogh. Van Gogh. Going to V. Vincent. Jesse with the letter V. Man, maybe we'll hit another 101. Wild Bill. Just gonna skip through the base for time's sake. Got a numbered hit to 50 is gonna be Rutherford Hayes. Rutherford B. Hayes, president. And on the back, triple relic. Oakley, Fields, and Jane. And Annie Oakley, Mary Fields, and Calamity Jane. A, M, and C. Daniel, Jared, and Normac. Like I said, we're going to have a lot of randomizers tonight, so... Relic Jumbo. We got Pullman. George Pullman going to G. Not familiar. Who's rocking the G? That is Ty. Relic Jumbo. Charles Dickens going to C. Okay. Normac. And these are some very famous people here. Relic is Kit Carson. Kit Carson. These look like they have a protective plastic covering over the surface of these cards. Some of them are peeling a little bit, but I believe you can just take those right off. That's what they're meant for, to protect the cards, I believe. That's what it looks like. However, in some of those instances, it's better to keep the cover on if possible, but I think with these, it really is not going to matter. Still got 2 items back here after this case of Pastime. Got a red that is William Henry Harrison to 50. And we got a triple here. It is Oakley, Fields, and Jane again. Pieces of the past. That'll be a randomizer. So for that one, since there's 2, the top 2 of the 3 will take that one. Alright, 10 of 50 on the red. Trying to get through these quick as possible, but while still being safe with these. Love to see another 101. That was very cool. Base, base, base. Relic is going to be Frick. So who is Frick? Henry Clay Frick. I want to say I know who that is. I think they did a historic show. I recognize the name, but I can't remember what he's from. Relic is Martin Van Duren. Martin Van Duren. Going to M. Jared. Relic. Aaron Burr. He had a duel with Alexander Hamilton. That's his claim to fame, right? Those 90s kids. Remember the milk peanut butter commercials. Arlen Burr. I remember it still because they played it often and for a long time. Relic, Tom Ketchum going to T. Matt C. 4 boxes left. This was a 10 box. We got a whole case of these in our 3rd hobby box. Triple, excuse me. That is Houston, Colt, and Morse. Sam Houston, Samuel Colt, and Samuel Morse. Wow. Them are some famous dudes. Oh, there's part of that plastic coming off there. Covering. All right, we got Fargo on the relic. William Fargo. I think he's a famous banker, isn't he? Of Wells Fargo. Roy was not popular back then. You got a quad here. Looks like some old dudes here. We got Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Alexander Graham Bell, and Thomas Edison. Wow. So A-N-A-T. N is Mike, T is Matt, but A has 2 on here, so that goes to A. Daniel. The plastic is peeling just a little bit on this one, so I would just take that off. I'm not going to peel any of the plastic, though. The cards are fine, it's just a little bit of plastic covering over it. That's a cool one, man. Those 4 guys on there, that is really cool. Relic, Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid going to B. That's cool. Jared. Triple. Got some lovely ladies here. Mary Todd Lincoln, Martha Jefferson, and Deborah Reed Franklin. So, some president wives, some first ladies. Nice piece of history there. That is very cool as well. That will go to M because they have 2 on there. Jared will take that one home. So it's looking, it pays to get multiple spots on some of these because the triples. Got Henry Ford. Going to H. Very cool. Alright, just 3 boxes left, guys. Yes, we are going to go through every box. Get all of our goodies. Got a quad here. That is Marie Curie, Helen Keller, Harriet Tubman, and Sojourner Truth. Wow. I mean, you can't get much bigger than these historical figures, I'm telling you. This is really cool. Holy cow. So MHHS. Who's got S is Daniel, M is Jared, and H is David. David will take that card down with the 2 H's. Wish you could hit autos in these, but yeah, he shot Hamilton in a duel. These relics are really cool. I think you can hit pieces of their autos, though. We got a duel here that is going to be Davy Crockett and Daniel Boone going to D. David. Wow. That is cool, dude. That is Alexander Hamilton. Going to A. Daniel. Quad. Got a lot of faces on that one. That is Jesse James, Billy the Kid, Butch Cassidy, John Wesley Hardin. I recognize 3 of those names. So we got 2 J's and 2 B's. That is Jared and Dave will go head to head on this one on the rando. Got a triple here. Livingston, Monroe, and I can't read that last name. Robert Livingston, James Monroe, Francois Barbet Marbeau or Marbois. So RJF, that is going to be Chet, Dave, and J. Chris. 3-way rando on that one. I did not realize there would be this many doubles and triples. I would have just went with top left like we normally did, but I said randomize with 2, 3, or 4, so we got to do it. But I had no clue there was going to be this many. I wasn't expecting a case of these. Normally you just get 1 box of these, but we lucked out and got a full case of these. So really a lot of hits going out on this one. Like I said, that box was heavy. We got a triple here. Got some lovely ladies. That is Mary Todd Lincoln, Martha Jefferson, Deborah Reed Franklin. So M and D. D is David, M is Jared. And that one will also go to Jared since he's got 2 of the 3. Now if we hit a 3rd one of those, that'll go to the other one. Got a quad here. Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Alexander Graham Bell, Thomas Edison. That is the 2nd one of those. It's crazy we actually hit a 1 of 1, guys. We got a duel here. Davy Crockett, Daniel Boone. Going to the double D. David. All right, last pack. 1 more box after this, then we're going to move on to the last 2 items. Man, this is a lot of bang for the buck. This is really cool. We got Rutherford B. Hayes. And last box, Mojo. So we have already hit a 1 of 1 quad over there. Duel. H.G. Wells, Louisa May Alcott. David and Joey, that'll be a dual rando. Come on, baby. 1 more 1 of 1. Let's see it. Franklin Pierce. Going to F. That is J. 2 packs left. And it's on to what I believe are the mini helmets. I could be wrong though, but they're shaped like mini helmet boxes. They're both exactly the same size. We've got a quad here. Oh, this one's going to be cool. Check this out. Thomas Jefferson, John Adams. 1 second, guys. Oh no, my phone died. All right, cool. You guys can hear me. Good, good. Yeah, the phone, it's back up now. I just need to get it going here. Sorry, guys. I thought my phone was plugged in, but it was not plugged in. Like, dirt. Jeez. Come on, man. Gonna let that happen? I'm so bad about charging my phone, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So bad. What's up, guys? Look at that handsome dude. What's up? All right, boys. We're back. Crisis averted. On 16%, huh? Now, why isn't it going back on? Damn. All right, guys. The video is not coming back on, so... Is it still blank? Dude, what a waste. Oh, you guys can see it. Okay, good. Good. See? Hello. Well, don't I feel like a dill hole? All right, not sure if you guys saw this one. This is Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Alexander Hamilton, and Abe Lincoln. Honest Abe. Yeah, I thought I had it plugged in all the way, but it just didn't have it plugged in quite all the way. But that's cool, man. That is a really cool relic. Stop doing that screen. Really sorry about that, guys. That sucks. Triple to finish off the case. That is Edvard Munch, Claude Monet, and Paul Cézanne. EC&P, that is Robert Normac, and Jesse on the rando. All right, here we go. 2 boxes left here. Let's see what we got. There's the seal there. Let's pop that bad boy. There we go. Oop. Boy, this is about the most unprofessional stream you're ever going to see in your life. Holy cow, guys. Yeah, this is a mini helmet. Whoops. Alright. I have no idea who this is. But I know the team. It is Bills. I don't know that name there. This could be a number of different players, so let's just see who we got. Stephon Diggs going to S. That's nasty. Going to Daniel. Nice hit, dude. Stephon Diggs, we'll take that. So that is the speed mini helmet, Stephon Diggs. And last but not least, mini helmet number 2. At least what I think is mini helmet number 2. Yes, it is. Broncos. Steve Atwater. So S got both helmets. Holy cow, dude. What are the odds of that? Daniel. So we got Steve Atwater, defense, and Stephon Diggs, offense, for the helmets. Pretty cool, man. Not gonna lie, I was kind of worried we might see, you know, some really lesser named guys, but that's pretty cool. Those are 2 good names, so I like that. As far as the 3 bigger hits we got was the signed photo and the 2 mini helmets. We got the Bruce Lee sealed 100 card case. This one is really cool here. This Elijah Wood. I gotta find something really good to ship this in, but E took home this one. It's Frodo Baggins. There you go. Frodo Baggins. This one is E. That is Robert R. taking home this one. Very cool looking. And then some of the card hits we got here. We did get 2 buyback cards. We got the Bruce Lee dual gem to 50. That's slick, dude. Going to B, and then we got the Kobe White Prism Rookie PSA 10. Dude, that is a clean auto. Very cool. We got Angel Reese gem card to 99. Gem relic. Just some of the hits. I'll just kind of thumb through these. These are really cool. These are the relics. We got a sealed case of the keepsakes, so we got a lot of these. These are really neat here. That's got 4 different presidents on it. These are all relics, either used or created by these people. A lot of quads, triples, duels. We're going to be doing a lot of randomizers. Amelia Earhart to 50. William Shakespeare to 99. One of my favorite hits, Jalen Milroe gem relic to 99. Cool hit for Jay. Gem patch autograph Anna Frey tennis, that is to 99. These are super thick, by the way. You can scan on the back here and find out what the relic is from, what match or game. We got the Warren Moon gem patch autograph to 99. That's a Vikings. Wish it was Seahawks, but that's fitting. Vikings. That's cool. Oh, Jesse, that's a good hit for you, man. You're a big fan. We got a 1 of 1 here, guys. 1 of 1. Edgar Allan Poe, Charles Dickens, Oscar Wilde, Harriet Beecher Stowe. All authors. Pieces of the past. Man, really awesome historic pieces here. And then our 2 mini helmets. We got Steve Atwater of the Broncos, number 27 there. And then Stephon Diggs, Bills. Very cool. Man, when I saw the Bills at first, I was like, come on, be Josh Allen. But Diggs is pretty cool. I can see that SD for sure. Stephon Diggs. Very cool, man. Not going to lie, I'm pleasantly surprised by this. That was a really, really good box. Good case. Case 2 is up, and I don't think it's going to last very long, though. Yeah, it is on a fire background. That's cool. It was probably on a promo sheet for the movie. But, yeah. Hey, guys, I really appreciate everybody kind of taking a leap here and trying something new. This was a ton of fun. I did pick up a case of signed jerseys. It's a 5-box case of higher-end jerseys like Brady. Mahomes is on the checklist. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, all the top dogs. So it's a really nice one. I may do a sealed case and also do them like we used to do, where we do pick one team, get one team, 15 spots. I'll have to figure out a price for them, but it won't be more than 20. Maybe like between 15 and 19, somewhere in there. I gotta account for shipping, but all right. Well, that does it, guys. Case 2 is up. Probably gonna rip tonight, so I'll get this stuff, start getting it sorted and top loaded. Just look at this, man. This whole case we got of the pieces of the past. It was a 10-box case that we hit. I mean, just look at all this history here. I mean, just non-stop historical figures and documents. We got presidents and authors and inventors. I mean, there's Alexander Hamilton. Just really cool stuff, man. I mean, even Billy the Kid got in on the action there. All right, guys. A lot of fun. We'll see you on the next one. Remember, as always, keep it hot.